assisting the Minister in that regard as well.
Senator Van Turnhout, sorry,
you're fine. Thank you very much. No problem. Minister, I do acknowledge, and I think all of us who have spoken on all sides of this House have acknowledged the groundbreaking legislation, the fact that it will impact on so many people and their families, that it will really give people a second chance. And I've no doubt, Minister, if you were in our position, you would be trying to just maybe push it that little bit further. And so I ask you to look at our amendments in that light. Yes, Minister, I have looked at other common law countries, and I certainly would agree with your comparisons. And it's very difficult. We can't compare ourselves to civil law countries. But if I do look at our partners in the European Union and having a consistent policy to be giving offenders a second chance, this is not the most liberal. And I do think we could go a little bit further to give people an opportunity for a second chance at a clean slate. I do very much welcome, Minister, you saying that we need to have the legislation in place. We need to see, to monitor, to evaluate, and then maybe to look to see whether we can go further. Minister, I am very happy to share my research and the figures. I think it's very interesting that the court services do not distinguish under 2 years figures. I think there is something in that, and that was partly my reasoning for choosing the 2 years as part of my amendment to put it in. So I would ask you to maybe look again as you bring it to the Dáil. I won't be pushing my amendments today because I do want to show my utmost and fullest support for the legislation before us. But equally, I am trying to think of the people that just get caught just outside that loop. As I said, it goes from the 90 to 92%. I'm just trying to push it that little bit further, that we could include up to 2 years. But I do want to show my support for the legislation, so I will not be pushing the amendments. But, Minister, I am aware it still has to go through the Dáil, so perhaps you can give it some consideration. Thank you.
The Leader.